And today I want to do more of a discussion, an honest thoughts video. So that being, let's talk about Star Wars. That being the Star Wars Expanded Universe, otherwise known as Star Wars Legends. And so it started all the way back in very early, like even before Empire Strikes Back even came out. There was the book called Splinters of the Mind's Eye. I never read it, but heard it's okay. But yeah, that's what started the expanded universe. We got stuff like outside of the movies, and that really just ties into the movies basically. And people are always complaining about, oh, the newer books are just tying into the movies. I'm like, the books back then also tied into the movies. Like, I don't know. After Return of the Jedi, we got tons and tons of books that are just set immediately after Return of the Jedi to answer what happened after Return of the Jedi, where it just became its own narrative. And I never really read those books. I tried to read Heirs to the Empire, but I was just like, not my thing. Now, I'm not saying I hated the book, because I didn't read it all the way through. I'm just not good at reading in general. That's just my own personal issue. Because I was reading Ezra's Gamble, a Star Wars Rebels junior novel I got a couple years back. And yeah, it's pretty good so far. It's about Bosk and Ezra. But for expanded universe stuff, I was more not really that, and I didn't know much about it, because when I first got into Star Wars when I was very little, I just watched the movies, and then I watched the Clone Wars, and played the Lego games and stuff, and played with my toys and stuff, and it was very childhood warming for me. And yeah, and then let's talk about the comics. Like, my cousin, who's way older than me, one day he just gave me all his Star Wars comics. He gave me Jango Fett Open Seasons. That's a really good storyline, by the way. It really goes in depth about Jango's origin and the lore. And I think I still have it somewhere. I don't know. And you can watch my review of it. And yeah, that was very good. And he also had like a Clone Wars Adventures, and that was very fun. I loved it. And I just like kept reading some of his random comics. I also read the Force Unleashed comic. It was I liked the game more for more personal reasons, since it was my first, like, I think my first Star Wars game that I really had a fun time with. And with Star Wars The Complete Saga, the Lego one. And I know the Skywalker Saga's out. I want to talk about it, but I didn't get to play it because that game's expensive. But yeah, the comics, dang, they can do good stuff. And what I think of the new canon comics, I like some of it. I mainly like the Darth Vader ones, where they explore Vader struggles after New Hope. They explore Vader trying to hunt Jedi with the Inquisitors, and how the Inquisitors are formed, and they show Jocasta Nu being alive. And it's just really fun to read, and good artwork. Yeah, I read some of the main Star Wars line. Yeah, they were good. I didn't love it, but I liked it. I don't know about the newer ones. People were complaining about the newer ones, but I never got to read it. And so, yeah, I like the Legends and canon comics. I think they're all unique. Like, I love watching videos of people's collections, like when they video themselves, like showing their Star Wars book collections. I always love seeing those. Those are so fun. It makes me so jealous I'm like thinking, I want that. I always wanted that. I'm so happy they have all this. And if you watched All New Nerds, Levi Bond showed all his Star Wars collection of books and comics. I'm wondering, how did he get all that? Like, holy dang. If you're watching this, Levi, I just want to know, I love your collection from that room tour you showed in your video. Keep loving Star Wars, man. So, yeah. So you're probably wondering why I don't really talk about the EU, because my friend Wes Bradley's like, you seem to know more about the movie characters than the expanded universe. And he's right, because I'm not too into the EU, because I never really got I never really grew up with it. Like I said, I was like more into the movies and stuff. I never really read any of these books because I'm not into novels or anything. I can't really read a novel. And the only Star Wars novels I really have are The Heirs to the Empire and The Courtship of Princess Leia. Every time I see the cover of those books, I'm like wondering, what is it about? And I'm wondering how they're doing those photos. They're obviously getting Harrison Ford in there, Carrie Fisher, very nice stuff. And then comes the games. What can I say? They're amazing. I just love it. I just love these games because The Force Unleashed was amazing to me because it really explored Galen Merrick as a character, and I just found it very fun. And and I always loved I played the Wii version of this, and I was always wanted to play it, like the single player, and always loved the character costumes and stuff. And yeah, that's my history with the expanding universe. I also played Knights of the Old Republic. Very fun game, as I mentioned, because you get to dress up as your own avatar, and you find out you're Darth Revan, you interact with your own crew. We get this world that takes place way before the movies. And so with that said, this is my honest take on the expanded universe. I think the new canon and the old canon are unique in their own ways. I feel like we can all love it equally. You can have your opinions. I'm completely fine with that. But keep loving Star Wars, everybody. See you guys next time. May the Force be with you always.